Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Hi.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
Hello, wizard activists, Camp GLA attendees, Facebook followers.
All the wizarding people in the world.
Yes. Uh, Thank you so much for watching tonight. We are, for anybody who is not familiar, I am Katie. I'm the managing director at the Harry Potter Alliance.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm Director of Leadership and Education at the Harry Potter Alliance.
Hey, nice. Um, And we are here tonight because we are going to be taking action around something really important that is happening um, in the US right now. If you are from outside of the US, though, and you care about immigrants and how immigrants around the world are treated, good news. You can take action with us tonight, too. Yay!
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about what is happening today, um, and our partner organization that we are working with. So, first of all, there is, as y'all are probably familiar, ICE in the United States is a uh, government department program, law enforcement agency that specifically is supposed to enforce immigration law. The way that is playing out right now is a horrifying mess. Those of you who are Harry Potter fans, hey, which is all of you, um, we know we'll remember from the seventh book when there were roving bands of snatchers that were going around and capturing muggleborns and separating them from their family and taking them away. That same thing is happening in the United States through ICE, who are separating families, putting people in detention centers. And these are all folks who have come to the United States and are trying to find a better life. Um, and so, what is different and happening today is that ICE has announced their intention in Chicago to start a Citizens Academy. Um, what is that?
Good question.
Yeah, good question indeed. So, what they have put out um, is that they are trying to recruit people to come to the Citizens Academy to teach awareness and appreciation for ICE's deportation work, and then to train everyday citizens on firearms familiarization and targeted arrests. So, what that means is that they are trying to train people to be better prepared to terrorize our friends and family and neighbors who are immigrants. Um, they, we don't want that. Um, and there are some folks asking, what does this have to do with Harry Potter? Well, at the Harry Potter Alliance, we use parallels from the book to get people involved with making real world social change. And we can't help thinking about the similarities between Voldemort coming to power and taking over the ministry, but also like all of the Death Eaters and the Snatchers and like sort of the Death Eater sympathizers that went along with this um, like systematic terrorizing of Muggle-born people, and that is happening IRL. But in the United States, it looks like terrorizing a lot of people. But in particular, tonight we're talking about immigrants. Um,
Yeah.
but the nice thing is, there is something that we can do to try and prevent this Citizens Academy program from taking shape. And so, what we can do is we have been talking to our friends at Never Again Action. And Never Again Action is an organization of Jewish people and allies who are working to stop the deportation machine and specifically in response originally to the camps that were set up to and separating families on the borders. But now they are working on all kinds of different things. And so they have an action going today called Flood ICE. And what that is that they are encouraging folks to submit applications to ICE's Citizen Academy. Applications are due tonight, okay? But these applications that people are submitting, these are not legit applications. We're asking people to send in fake applications. This is like Fred and George style.
Yeah.
For good. And so at the link that Janae just put in the banner right there is the toolkit that explains how to do these fake applications, right? And so it's a couple different steps, which I can talk about. But the first step is take a minute to think about if you want to be someone who is contacting ICE, right? Because you are sending them an email. And so if you are someone who is undocumented or have family that's undocumented or immigrants or like have any reason that to be afraid of ICE or of drawing attention to yourself in this way, this might not be the action for you. Um, but if you are someone who is operating with the privilege of being an American citizen and with family who are American citizens, like, and you feel comfortable, then like go do it. So step one, you've decided to do the action and you're on board. Fantastic. Step two is to compose your message to ICE. So what you're going to do, what Never Again Action is recommending people do, is start this in a Google Doc because it is the best, like, easy way to protect your information. It's not going to have the same information of if you typed it up in a Word doc. And so make it in a Google Doc. What goes in your application can be anything. People have sent articles talking about ICE's human rights abuses. People have sent letters encouraging the human being at the other end of this exchange to quit ICE and to not be supporting these kind of human rights abuses. We have also had people doing kind of silly ones. I know somebody from the HPA today ran Smash Mouth's All Star, excuse me. You know what I'm talking about.
All-star lyrics.
Yeah, back and forth
Yeah.
through Google Translate to get just what I thought was a really strong and profound application. And here at the Harry Potter Alliance, we do believe in finding joy and laughter, even when we're talking about really serious stuff. So, like, if that brings you joy and laughter to do it that way, we support you. So, once you have whatever your message is going to be in the Google Doc, you download the Google Doc, and then you're going to put that in an email. It is up to you if you want to use your real email or if you want to create a fake email for this account. Also, everything I'm saying is in this toolkit, in this link. So if you're
Read
like,
along in the toolkit.
yeah, you don't have to memorize all this. Anyway,
There was a great tip from
yeah.
Danny of they used guerrilla mail, which is actually not a thing I had heard of. So if you're looking for disposable emails, it sounds like guerrilla mail might be a good one.
How are we spelling gorilla?
As in the tactic, not the animal. So we can repost it in the comments.
GUERRILLA male, not the large primate. Anyway, so either way, decide with your email. You could make several emails and do several applications. And then once you have submitted your application, they're encouraging folks to take a screenshot and share it on social media with the hashtag #FloodIce. The important thing is these applications have to be done tonight. They are due tonight.
Yeah.
What is the point of sending them in? I can keep rambling, or if you want to answer, Janae.
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically, it's funny. I've just been reflecting a lot on how it is Neville Longbottom's birthday, and this also feels like something that Neville would super get into,
Mhm.
because it's essentially like the sort of things that Dumbledore's army was doing in the seventh book of wanting to make life as complicated and difficult for the people trying to do these things as possible. So the more applications they receive, the more applications they have to go through and filter through to find real applications. So the more, you know, all-star lyrics we can send, the more Umbridge memes we can send, the more things that they have to go through, and the more we slow down the entire process for them. And maybe even make it so that it's not even worth it after a while because they're having to go through thousands and thousands of applications.
Mhm.
So that's basically the idea here. This is literally like a digital Fred and George Weasley swamp. We are trying to make things as complicated as possible. Yeah.
I've just been alerted this our bit.ly on the banner is broken. It's because ice needs to be all uppercase.
Oh,
That is why bit.ly
so
is
sorry.
bit.ly is very particular about your uppercase and lower.
They are.
So,
Hold on.
yeah,
I shall fix it.
the other
There we
thing
are.
is we so what's really cool about tonight is like not only are there activists all across the country through Never Again action that are doing this, but there's also a bunch of fandoms that are doing this.
Yeah.
So not only is there Harry Potter with us right here, but there are also K-pop fans doing this tonight, and there are Lord of the Rings fans doing this tonight, and like probably some other people have picked it up at this point, but those are
Yeah.
the ones that I definitely know about. And so like it is cool because it's kind of this like united fandom front that is pushing back on this, which is
Mm-hmm.
really, really exciting for people who are inspired by story to sort of be like taking this into their own hands and trying to like
Mm-hmm.
create a story that isn't like, well, ICE was really terrible, and then we let them start training citizen vigilantes, and it got much worse. This is people trying to write a new story, which is like ICE was really terrible, and we all fought back.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. I feel really confident that we can get thousands of applications in by the end of today. And I'm curious for folks who are watching right now, how many we can do, how many actions
Mm-hmm.
we can do while we're right here. So we have a little tool that we're going to give a try. Do we have a banner for this yet, or we got to make one?
You gotta make one.
We got to make one. All right.
Make one.
Um, Janae's making a banner right now, but we have like a little spreadsheet tool that's going to help us count how many actions get done. So while the banner's being made, I am going to answer Mimi's question, which is how old do you have to be to start a chapter? And I love your work. Mimi, I love your work. Um, and we are pretty flexible about who can start a chapter and who can lead a chapter. If you are under eight, this is terrible, but I'm going to say, I'm going to have Janae fact check me on this. But if you're under 18, you need to have an advisor, like an adult person who's helping you start the chapter. Is that correct? All right, very good. It's fine. I've only been here 7 years. Um,
Sorry, I was muted because I was typing, but yes, that is. But that person can be like if you have a sibling or a friend who's 18 or over, just somebody who's 18 or older.
Yeah, could be a parent, could be a teacher, could be whoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, any age, if you're under 18, you need an over 18 friend. Um, cool. So this right here, right here,
Yes, right here.
will take you to our spreadsheet. that is going to help us count up what actions people are doing. So this is the first time that we're trying this like in a public facing live stream. We've done it before at Camp GLA, which was our online conference that we did a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks?
Time is very busy.
Sounds very wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, times are a wibbly wobbly. So we're not like totally sure how it's going to work tonight, but we're going to give it a go. But oh, good. The sheet is filling up with anonymous animals.
That's always exciting.
Yeah, we got anonymous chameleon, anonymous dragon, anonymous capybara. This is great, fantastic. So what we're encouraging folks to do is you write your name down there. If you would like to use your real name, that's fine. If you want to use a pretend name, that's okay too. Just something that you're going to look at and know that that's your line. And you're going to go, and when you complete each of these actions, you're going to put a 1 in your column, and it is going to get added to this total actions taken line at the top. And it's going to increase throughout the night, and we'll get to see like how many actions we get done. Also, say you text a friend and you tell them about this and tell them to apply, but then you say, oh, okay, wait, I thought I'm going to invite my other friend now, and you send out like 2 more texts, you can change that to a 3. So then you've asked 3 friends to apply. I've been running the APA's social media all day, so I really think I could put 30,000 friends in here, but I'm going to I'll leave it at, I'll just put my 1 ask right now. So these are the actions, right? Number 1, apply to Citizens Academy, assuming that you feel safe doing that. Action number 2, ask a friend to join. Oh my God, we've already had 8 actions taken. Yes, doing it. This is awesome. Action number 2 is ask a friend to apply, and make sure to link them to that toolkit, because otherwise they are not going to know what to do. The next step is contact Congress. So the ACLU of Illinois right now is asking people to contact their federal lawmakers and block funding for this program. There has already been a motion approved in the Appropriations Committee to block the funding. So they need to take it the next step. There is also there is Senator Jeff Merkley, who's from Oregon, is calling on Congress to do the same. And so there's a couple different states that are already pushing this. So that is great. But if you click on the Contact Congress link, it will take you, I have too many tabs open right now. Where am I? Here we go. Here's the Action Center. If you click on the Contact Congress one, it will take you to the ACLU's page, and you can just do all the action through there. And then the last action is share on social media. So we have a couple different posts to the right that you can choose from. One is just a general social media post that you're like putting out to everybody, encouraging them to take action. And then the one next to it is specifically contacting your lawmakers and say like, hey, block funding for this program. We do not want this. Make sure we're blocking funding for it. And the one thing in the lawmakers tweet, I just want to make sure you catch, is bolded. It says at your rep. Don't keep that. Look up what your senators and House of Representatives members, what their Twitter handles are, or whatever page
if you need help figuring out who that is, don't be shy. Post in the chat if you need help, and either we can, or I'm sure somebody can help you figure out how to look up who those representatives are.
Yeah.
Shame-free space. don't let that be the thing that stops you. Just post in here and we'll help you figure it out. There's also a good question from Begonia on YouTube. Does sending in multiple applications, should they count as one or multiple? Count as many as you send in, but make sure that you're sending them from different email addresses.
Mhm.
You probably know even from your own email that when you get a bunch of emails from the same thing, it can sometimes like put them together, or it's easier to filter. Again, we're trying to make Fred and George's swamp, so we don't want it to be easy for them. So you need to do a different email addresses if you can.
Yeah. And I encourage you, if you're making like fresh emails, if you're making a burner email, um, make it something that is very nothing looking, like
Yeah.
just you know, J Smith at such and such.
Yeah.
Do not make it like ice sucks at gmail.com. That will flag them that this is not a real application. Also, in the body of your email, the whole point of this is to make it as slow as possible. So you want the email to look very normal. You want the subject to be the subject that is listed in the toolkit. There's a specific subject you're supposed to use. Um, and the body of the email should just say something like, here is my application for Citizens Academy. Should
Yeah.
all be very, very normal looking
Yeah.
until they open the application and are just like, why are all the lyrics for Taylor Swift's folklore?
Yeah, we're trying to be sneaky, y'all. We're trying to like make it so that they have to go through more things and it's not super obvious, so they can just click right through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh wow, we're already at 32 taken. I was about to set a goal for ourselves, but that goal might change now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Danny asks if you posted yesterday. Does that count? I'm gonna say, why don't you like retweet yourself there? Like
Yeah.
reshare those posts and we'll count that. Does that sound good? I know Danny, you have been super on it, so that is awesome. Um, Abby's burner email was the name of their alter ego in middle school, which is wonderful.
Great.
I was just remembering one of our board members had an alter ego, I think from high school, maybe for writing like just writing they wanted to use a pen name on, and I think
Mhm.
it was like Candlestick Jackson or something like that. I know the first name was Candlestick, and I have always really loved that.
Right.
Um, we have some tips coming in the chat, which is cool. Uh, One person recommended Google Who Represents Me, and once you put in your address, it'll tell you who your government officials are at different levels of government.
Mhm.
So that's really easy. Who represents me plus your address. Um, who else? I saw something else. If you're using Gorilla Mail, be sure to uncheck the scramble address box and choose Shark Lasers or Pokemail to make it look more legit. You can tell that I have not used this tool before. But it sounds really fun.
It sure does.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so we're at 32 right now. I think we could definitely get to 50 in
Yes.
the next half hour. Let's shoot for that and see how far we get. Let's get to 50.
Let's do it. I'm super excited. And again, this is like we are a small part of a much bigger movement that is happening all throughout today. Is different fandoms, it is different organizations, and everybody is working on this. And so there are going to be thousands of applications going in.
Yeah.
And like hopefully for the people who are legit applying to this, one, gross. And two, there is not going to be thousands and thousands because like it's one office in Chicago that is doing this. Like it's not a nationwide program that they're rolling out right now. So um,
Mhm.
the numbers are on our side is the
Yeah.
hope.
We want to
Uh,
make it like needle in a haystack levels to find legit applications.
mhm, mhm. I like this action too because it has like the pranky side of things and like the chaotic good side of things, but then it's also we have folks who are working on like the congressional funding side of things and trying to like cut off access to the program that way. So like that is exciting to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. I need why did I open so many tabs for this?
I don't know.
What was I thinking? Also, if you are sharing stuff on social media, um, you can tag the HPA. We are at the HP Alliance on most of the social medias. Oh, cool. People are already doing that without me even telling them. Well, put
Nice.
up, all you. If you are a part of the HPA's Discord, you can tell us in there also. But like the best
Mhm.
place to do it right now, we'll be very loving to you in the Discord. But the best place to do it is out on social media because we want to be spreading the word about this and getting like
Yeah.
many applications in before the end of the night.
Yeah,
Um,
part of it is we want to make sure that, like, if you log into Twitter or Facebook or whatever today, that you see this somewhere, so we can get some last minute big push before the deadline this evening.
yeah, exactly. Ooh, we're at
So
39 right now. Beautiful.
nice. Um, Brittany on YouTube just commented, they just got here. What are people applying to? If you go to here, let me repost the toolkit
Mhm.
for anybody who needs it.
I'll fill this in, yeah, because we are gonna have people coming in and out, so right now is a good refresher. So, right now, ICE, which has been terrorizing immigrant families for years now, but in a way that's really amped up in like the last 2-ish years. Um, they announced that in their Chicago office, they are looking to start a citizens academy, which would be training people in knowledge and appreciation of ICE's deportation techniques, and also training people in firearm familiarization and targeted arrests, which is sounds a lot like they are trying to train citizens to go harass their neighbors and community members who are
Mhm.
immigrants and to make them absolutely terrified. And we know that this is a common tactic that has been used by other governments who have committed tremendous human rights atrocities to have um, people who give up their neighbors, basically, and who turn their neighbors over to the government. And we want we want immigrants and we want family members of immigrants to be safe and to be welcome in our communities and in our countries. And one way that we can help uh, prevent this kind of harassment and terror is by submitting these fake applications to ICE's Citizen Academy. So, right now, we have people who are following the toolkit that is linked in this spreadsheet here. Um, and sending in these fake applications. They look real from the outside until you click on the attachment. And then you just get, the Hogwarts song, Hoggy Warty Hogwarts, or whatever it is. um, I'm really
Good
curious.
idea.
I'm really curious for people who have submitted applications. What did you put in your application? If you feel comfortable sharing that, because I definitely saw some good ideas in our Discord. That was real cool. Let's see. Talking about moms helping start
Sorry, I was
families.
distracted because I was tweeting so I could do my action.
Oh, nice. Good job, Janae.
Thanks.
I know. I have a very hard time like keeping one eye on Twitter and one eye on everything else. Um, oh, beautiful. Somebody just tweeted at Critical Role to be a part of
Nice.
that.
Hey, we're 4 actions away from our original 50 action goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is fantastic.
can definitely make that.
This is fantastic. This is really cool because a lot of people are just like hanging out, scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through YouTube. That's not really a thing, but I mean,
Maybe.
I guess if you're really looking for some some entertainment, I don't know. I scroll through YouTube a little bit when the algorithm's like not quite hitting the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Man, oh, Janae, do you have that weird plushie that you bought? The plague plushie?
Yes, I do.
Talking about algorithms, this is just an interesting thing
Do
about
you,
the way.
do
Yeah,
you want me to show it?
yeah, bring them on. So Janae bought this thing.
It's
this
very
is
soft.
this is this is
Very,
a
very lovable.
this is a little plague doctor plushie. It was supposed to
Hashtag not sponsored.
yeah. Although if you're looking to sponsor some do-gooders who like
Squishables. If you're
yeah.
out there.
So Janae bought this thing. It was supposed to come out for Halloween, but they released it early because they know a good business opportunity when they see them. Um, and the thing arrived, and she's been telling me all about it. And now the Facebook algorithm is constantly serving me ads to buy that exact same plushie. And so, like,
It's listening.
every time I'm on there trying to do some social justice posts for the Harry Potter Alliance, there's just that plague doctor plushie staring at me out of the corner
Listen,
of the thing.
here's the thing. I can explain why I bought this plushie while people are writing their applications. Listen,
Mhm,
I saw it,
mhm.
thought to myself, decades from now, when I am talking to my grandchildren about what it was like to live through the pandemic, what object from that time do I want to have to show them? A mask? No, that's boring.
A
What I
dusty
want
roll of toilet paper? No.
is a plush plague doctor. But here is what I have.
I have to say, I was really envisioning that that thing would be this
Me
tall.
too.
It's like
Me too.
so big.
It was a shock to us all.
So,
I'm
um,
not mad about it, but I am surprised.
people are sharing some of what they put in their applications.
Is it an ad for Squishables Plague Doctors?
You could certainly put that in there. There's no reason not to. Um, someone's putting in some rock lyrics. Good wizard rock. Nice call. Oh, here's a question. Would it be helpful to anyone if I gave the text of my letter an email for folks to use? Yeah, why not? Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, Abby, if you want to copy it into the chat, this is on Abby's putting this on YouTube. So if you're interested in like having something to work from, go to
Yeah, this is also the first time we've simultaneously casted in a while. So if you're confused about what comments we're responding to, I'm
yeah.
trying to say where they are, but we're on YouTube and Facebook. Hello, citizens of both. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, there's multiple fandoms, there's multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing the most for this. Um, I like this submission from Danny. Beep beep boop boop. You're committing human rights abuse.
Ooh, I like that one. And also, we're at 54. Ashley.
Yay! Woo!
That's super exciting.
I've done this before, and I forgot to bring like my but confetti thing. I forgot it because I don't own any. But like I could have gotten some.
It's for file away for next time. For next time.
Mhm.
Phoenix on YouTube is making uh, a nice comment thing to know for other people, that they got an automatic reply email, and that freaked them out for a second. So FYI, you might get an automatic reply. Don't panic if you if you use your email and you see one come through.
Mhm. Let's see what else. Passive aggressive essay that is formatted like an application. Nice. I like
Nice.
it. Oh, Matt is looking up poetry about immigration. That's really lovely. That's
I was thinking if you wanted to really confuse them, you could download I think in Google Drive there are like resume templates.
Oh
I was
yeah.
thinking it would be quick to just download and save a bunch of whatever stock text is in their resume templates and just
Uh-huh.
send those.
Little lorem ipsum. Uh,
Yeah, someone's reading, they're like, so they worked at Lorem Ipsum.
is this
Oh,
in
it's a Latin department.
Oh, Abby suggests also tag the autoresponder as spam, which I support.
Mm,
You should do
yeah,
that. You don't want to see that anyway.
no.
Um, Casey on Facebook put on the sorted this way video. Cool.
Baz created a resume for an anti-racism owl.
Those are my favorite kinds of owl.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, it goes like my top three are like barn owl, snowy owl, anti-racism owl.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
Mhm.
one.
That's it right up.
So we're at 54 actions, but there's a lot of people working in the chat, and I know I still need to do a couple of actions. I think we can get to 75. Do you
All
all
right.
think we can get to 75?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do it.
let's do it.
Especially if you ask your friends to do it, and then like you could tell them to
Mhm.
come here and like put their actions in the thing.
Yeah, this link is like, this is public, so you can share this link with your friends, the link to Take Action HPA, and have them record their actions too if you want, even if they don't want to watch us share our plague squishables, that's fine. But they can, they can put their actions in the spreadsheet.
I don't even have a plague squishable.
Yeah, you only have one in your ads.
I know. I don't have. I mean, I have a Dementor that's like right here that I could show people if you want to see it. I know they're a little negative, but like so is ice. So hold on.
Okay, show us your Dementor.
He's coming.
Ready. Ooh. Wow, that is I don't know why, but my vision was like something floatier. Like I went like real life Dementor.
Oh yeah, no,
Was not expecting the statue.
this guy's pretty solid. He's actually
Mhm.
pretty hollow, but like the sides are very thick before it gets hollow.
Mm,
This was
mhm.
a fun fact about me. I really love Halloween. Um,
Yes.
I'm very committed to it, and I love celebrating it. And I love it so much that we got married on almost Halloween. Halloween is not on a weekend when I got married, but we got as close as we could. And we had a Halloween wedding. Everyone came in costume, and this was one
Mhm.
of our wedding decorations. We have so many Halloween decorations, and so much of it was just because, like, when we were buying for the wedding, we were like, "Well, this will be an heirloom, perfect. We'll tell our children this was from our wedding." Um,
Right.
so we have a lot of those. So like this guy stays up year round. Um, but there's a lot of other good ones. Um, yes, I went as a golden snitch to my wedding because my dress was gold.
Uh
Question in the chat.
yeah. Jamie on YouTube has a good question. You don't need to change the application doc each time, right? Just email. I would say probably the most important thing is a different email with the attachment on it. If you want to change it up a bit so that maybe if they're, you know, they have to actually read a bit to see what it is, go for it. But I think probably changing the email is more important than the actual
Mhm.
attachment would be my guess.
Yeah, that's our best guess. We're not
Yeah.
experts in application sorting technology. So if you want to be really safe, like, mix it up. But
Yeah.
um, as mentioned, we have not only Harry Potter, not only Lord of the Rings, but also K-pop participating in this. So I feel very confident that there are going to be quite a lot of
Yeah.
applications. So um,
Marie posted a nice link of it's a list of Bible verses welcoming immigrants. That's a fun like content to drop in and out. I've also seen lots of people talking about all of the lyrics to Taylor Swift's new album.
I've
That's
heard
pretty legit.
I've heard it's good. I haven't listened
It
to
is
it.
good. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I like.
I have a toddler, so I primarily listen to the Wiggles. Uh, but also, you know that song that goes boom, 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 let me hear you say wayo.
Hmm.
Well, that song is called Boom, Boom, Boom. It's by the Out Here Brothers.
Uh-huh.
And we listen to that at least minimum once a day because when he was like first learning to talk, my partner taught him like to respond to that. Like we would say, boom, 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 let me hear you say wayo. And then like the baby would go, wayo. And so now he wants to listen to that song every single day. So the lyrics to it are like just something where I'm like, oh boy, I don't know if I would have started you on this, but like, whatever.
Mhm.
We have some nice athletic dancing to it.
I was just doing I just did the contact Congress action, which I see that not a lot of people have done, but it's very easy. So if you haven't done that one yet, um,
Do it.
everyone jump and do that one real quick because literally all you have to do is put in your address.
Yeah. And it's being run by uh what's it, ACLU of Illinois, but you do not need to live in Illinois to do this one. You do need to live in the US, but I think most of the people who are watching right now do. And if you don't, just focus on doing applications and social media posts right now.
Yeah,
But if you are in the US, get over there and sign that, which I'm going to do right now because
yeah.
I,
I think if all of our US people went and did that right now, we would be at our 75.
yeah,
So,
the a nice thing too, you can see on that the ACLU's page, if you scroll down to the bottom, it shows like the last people who signed it. So like Janae was the last person to sign it 48 seconds ago. So that's kind of neat. Do I have to select a salutation? Oh, I do. Oh, they have mix as one of the options
oh,
for salutations. That's great.
that's lovely. Way to go, ACLU.
Of course. Good job. All right, I'm gonna sign right now. I have autofill, but I moved and now it has my address wrong. And I know this would be the simplest thing to fix, but I just haven't.
Mm. Oh, Abby's pointing this out, which I'm realizing it shows on my two. Look at this. We're learning live. You are not a constituent of any of the targets in this action. It's asking you to also take another action. Um, so I think it's still worth it to add your name because then ACLU has a record of how many people are making the demand, and just knowing nonprofit life, they can probably use those numbers for other things as well. So I would still go ahead and do it since it's so quick to do. If you do get that message about not being a constituent, it looks like they're targeting towards very specific representatives for Illinois, probably.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably targeting folks for Illinois, but also maybe not necessarily because like one of the people who sort of leading the charge on this is Jeff Merkley, and he is from Oregon, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Yeah, the other thing is it could be an automated message, to be honest, depending on how the system's set up. If they've picked specific people, it could just be doing that. In any case, I think it's still worth it to fill out the form because it is so fast, and then they have that record of how many people are making the demand.
did you get that message, Janae?
I did.
Oh, you did get it. Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't notice because I had just
Because you were
clicked on it.
wrapped up in talking about your plague doctor.
Yes, it was.
Very good. Oh, we're at 69 actions right now.
Oh,
Fantastic. That means we are 6 away. 6 away.
that's some good math.
Oh, I'm very excited about that. Oh, this is fantastic. Um,
Hmm.
Hermione would enjoy our use of a spreadsheet right now.
She would.
I think Fred and George would enjoy our pranking right now. I don't know how Ron would feel. I feel bad for Ron because he really got turned into like the snack comic relief, but that's not really.
No, I mean, Bokran would definitely be into it, I think.
Hmm. Mm.
I mean, he ends up helping with the joke shop. He's definitely into the pranking.
I'm just reading some of the comments.
Yeah, I also got distracted by the comments at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie's doing the lyrics to Tonks and the Oars Death Eater's Mask. Death Eater
Nice.
Mask. That's a good song. If any of you have not listened to that, Tonks and the Oars. Um, I know she's on Bandcamp, so you could look her up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good song. It's timely. I
And
feel
then we're at 72 actions, so we need 2 more and we'll be there. We've done that in like half an hour, y'all. Just like from
yeah,
the time we actually started doing the action, we've done just about 75 in half an hour.
that's awesome. Also, you said this. Oh, 74. We're at 74. Who's going to get? Oh, 75. Yay! Yay! That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Whoa, some people are really racking it up on the applications there. That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one immediately following this because I can't talk to you all and also do the application one at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We can count one for me as soon as this ends.
You can add it in later. Also, if you're
Yeah.
enjoying filling this out and you want to keep doing actions after this, feel free to come back to this spreadsheet, like where it'll be here for you.
Yeah. We should also mention that like this is something that you can organize with your friend groups.
Yeah.
So this spreadsheet you can make a copy of in Google Sheets, and you could set this up to be whatever you wanted. You can use the wonderful formulas that shout out to Amber, HPA staff has set up to
Yeah.
create the tracker bar. And you could fill in those columns with whatever actions you want to do. If it's something locally, if it's something that you and your friends are just really passionate about, make a copy of this and like get on a Zoom call for an hour with some snacks and just to hang out and do the things. Like it can be really fun. I'm having fun even just talking to you all.
Janae, your microphone is breaking up significantly. It's having
Nargles.
so much fun.
So many nargles.
But yeah, I'm just gonna reemphasize like anything that might have got cut off while Janae was talking, but just like, yeah, this is something super easy to replicate with your friends. We're all living through this weird period in time where we like really want to be close with people and really want to be making a difference, but that maybe is not in the best interest of our health and the health of the people that we care about and want to be close to. Also, like we live in the modern world, and so lots of us live far away from our best friends. And so this can be a fun way to just say, like, hey, like, I want us all to make a difference on this issue and like do these sort of like virtual togetherness action kind of things. And so, yeah, this is a tool that's available to you to copy and paste for whatever it is you want to work on, as long as it's good and not evil.
It's the only rule.
Yeah, I'm holding you to that. So this is fantastic, beautiful. We're at 78. I think we're gonna hang out here for 10 more minutes. So let's like see how many we can get to. You have 10 minutes left to get the word out, contact Congress, do some tweets. If everybody like contacted their lawmakers on Twitter? There are Oh, there was actually a really cool thing on Twitter today with AOC. I don't know if people saw that. I want to actually look it up. So, excuse me, I'm not using the wrong name. Let me find it. Ba, ba, ba. She tweets a lot, so there's a lot on here. Yeah. So, something that was really cool in talking about, like, that it actually matters to contact your lawmakers on social media, because I feel like a lot of times, like, our social media posts can feel just sort of like shouting into the void.
Yeah.
Um, but Representative Ted Deutsch, who's a representative from Florida, he shared it on Twitter today. Um, Someone reached out to him, who is, I think, maybe a young person. I'm not sure. Um, but someone reached out to him on social media sharing an amendment that, is it amendment, a law? I can't tell from this. Yeah, it's an amendment. Sorry. Oh boy, this is some bad storytelling. All right. We are gonna start fresh. I hope you all are getting a lot of actions done because you've decided you can't bear to listen to me anymore. I'm starting fresh. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
um, Representative Ted Deutsch shared on Twitter that a young person had contacted him on social media, and sent him a message that said, "Tomorrow is my birthday. For the past few years, I've done fundraisers to celebrate progressive orgs, but that doesn't feel right to me this year. Instead, tomorrow the House will vote on AOC's military slash Twitch recruitment amendment. And I'm asking you, my lawmaker, to support AOC's amendment, stopping the Army from recruiting young, impressionable teens as young as 13 on Twitch." Um, and the lawmaker who he sent this message to, um, said, "Hey, you sent me this tweet, and like that inspired me to learn more about this amendment, and now I'm going to be supporting it. So thank you and happy birthday, Jordan." Which is a really cool thing, because lawmakers are really like, as frustrated as we get with them sometimes, they also like the job that they are in is a little bit impossible because we're asking them to be knowledgeable on everything that affects all of our lives and to really be an expert on like every law that is passed in this country. Um, and that's impossible to do. And so, like, they depend on their staff, but they also depend on their constituents to like make a point of saying like, hey, like, this is something I really care about and this is a big deal and like you need to know about it. Because truthfully, like, they don't always know about every law that is like going through, and they don't always like speak out on every law that they don't always like even get a chance to vote on every single one of them. So anyway, his point was contacting them on social media does work because, like the rest of us, they're on there doom scrolling, looking at their DMs, sliding into DMs. I don't know. So, like, slide into their DMs and be like, hey, shut down funding for this terrible program. Tomorrow is my birthday. I am Harry Potter. Please stop this. Maybe don't tell me you're Harry Potter.
Why isn't that one of our tweets?
Tomorrow is.
Tomorrow is my birthday. I am Harry Potter. Please stop this.
maybe I will. Maybe I will just retweet that from Harry's perspective. It's beautiful. We're at 89 actions. If we can do 11 actions in the next 5 minutes, we will have 100 actions, which is such a beautiful round number. I love it
Very
so much. Yeah. So let's try and aim for 11 more actions in 5 minutes.
do it.
Yeah. If you haven't asked a friend to apply yet, I see there's a number of folks that have not done that. No judgment, but just if you haven't, and you're looking for an action to do right now. That's a good one.
I'm
Um,
gonna text another one of my friends right now.
Beautiful. Janae's gonna do some texting. Um, I think I'm gonna go through and do that tweet from Harry. Oh, more of you have been sending us messages on Twitter.
Yay.
I haven't been responding to them.
We're
So,
at 91 also.
hmm?
We're at 91
Ooh, we're
actions.
at 91. Excellent. 9 more actions. Um, this is very exciting. Thank you to the people that are sending us messages on the Twitters and who are using our Twitter to contact their friends right now. I see that happening also. Nice, good, efficient. I like it. 92 actions. We're eight away. 4 minutes to go. Ooh,
We
7
can
more.
do it.
This is beautiful. This is very exciting. This has sort of that like New Year's Eve countdown energy. It's fantastic. Oh, Amber shared you can even change the color of the progress bar if you want it to be a different color. I am not going to mess with that in ours right now, but I trust that you can do that and it looks very cool. I don't even, ooh, 96. We're at 96. We got 4 more. We got 3 minutes. We got 4 more actions. I see Janae's working on one right now.
I just did another one.
Yes,
7.
97. Beautiful.
3 more.
3 more. Yeah. If you're like, ooh, 99.
Oh,
Who's going to put us over the
one
top?
more.
Who's going to put us over the top?
There's so many people hanging out in different like cells in the sheet right now. And I just keep waiting, like, oh.
This has the funny, this is so exciting right now because we're like, right, woo!
Yay! 103 even. Man, a bunch of you were racing. Like, go!
Yes, 104. That is brilliant. We're so
Amazing.
excited. The Dementor probably wouldn't be into that, but like, just for yay!
Yay! Wow, it jumped to 107.
That's beautiful.
You all are so awesome.
108 is a Lost number. If you watched Lost, if you went down with the ship like the rest of us,
I
that
did.
that and the Hurley's Lotto numbers there. Can't ever unsee them. This is very, oh man, and Amber just changed the color of the progress bar to a stunning and celebratory pink. I love it.
Amazing.
Amber's the only one who gets to change our spreadsheets significantly because she's the only one who knows how to fix them. Very good. Just shared this with clarification. It's still the 30th in the USA. That's true. It is still the 30th in the United States, depending on what part you're in, possibly for many more hours. If you're in Hawaii, you have still like 7 hours. I'm assuming that they're
It's
based
probably
in
Chicago.
Central Time though. So
Yeah,
Central
so that
Time,
means there's about 4 more hours before it's midnight in Chicago where this is being done.
yeah.
So there's still 4 more hours to do stuff.
Yeah. 113. This is
Yeah.
So this is amazing. So in less than an hour, all of you watching managed to do 113 actions together, which is so cool. There is still time to send in applications. So your friends, if they didn't get to do it yet, you can tell them they still have time. Now people are putting the Lost numbers into that. Fantastic. I'm considering just rewatching Lost, like just the first like couple of seasons and then just pretending it got canceled. We'll see. I'll keep you all updated on that. No, I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, this is people are still sharing their lyrics that they sent.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. I feel just so grateful to be surrounded by so many
Yeah.
cool people who just like are ready to take action and ready to just be a part of like the world is like the fire surrounding the This Is Fine dog right now. and you all are like the firefighters busting down the door to get that dog out and put that fire out, and it inspires me. And I just
That was beautiful.
thank you. If you all are unfamiliar with that gif of the firefighter carrying the "This is fine" dog out, look it up. It's real good. I'll try and share it on the HQ.
It's an HPA staff favorite.
Yeah, it's inspiring. Um, the Lost ending was the Game of Thrones ending before Game of Thrones level of disappointment was a thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Lost didn't have like the like sort of huge community aspect that Game of Thrones did. So like when Lost crashed and burned, it was just sort of everyone kind of being sad in their small circles. Um, I also think that Lost crashed and burned a lot more slowly than Game of Thrones did. Game of Thrones seemed like it got bad in the span of like 6 episodes or something. I have not I have not watched that show. I read a few of the books and then I was sort of like,
Mm.
okay, I get I get where this is going. I don't need the
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
the
I
show was probably great for people that loved it. I just didn't
mhm.
watch it. So
If you I don't know if my audio is still bad. Is it all right?
it's all right.
Okay. Well, if you're like me and you cannot multitask to this extent, let's be accountability buddies. And I'll go do our application the minute this live stream is over.
Mhm.
That is my plan. Post in the tag. We just did it. Post on Discord.
Yeah. And we'll keep this spreadsheet open for you. We've got
Yeah.
118 right now. So Janae and
Yeah.
I are both gonna log off and do our separate actions because
Hmm.
even though I've shared a lot about this on social media because I was on the HBAs, I haven't done it on my own. So I'm gonna go do it on my own social
Yeah.
media right now. Um, and then, ooh, we're already at 121. So let's see
Yeah.
how far we get tonight. Also,
Yeah.
for somebody who didn't watch this live and you're just like watching it now, as long as it's like before midnight in Chicago, just go for it. Do the
Go
act.
for it.
Feel free to add them to the counter.
And even if it's not, even if it's after midnight in Chicago, you can still do all of the contacts to Congress. So make sure you do all that part. Keep
Yeah,
complaining.
perfect. This was amazing. Thank you all so much. You give me just so much joy and hope and firefighter feelings. So this uh, this is great. Thank you so much for being here and like keep doing those actions. And we're gonna follow up on this story and like hopefully we're gonna have amazing news very soon.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Everybody have
Bye.
a wonderful night.